Now this transcendental knowledge can only be developed, as Krishna says in the 4th chapter, verse 34, Tad vidhi pranipatena paripashena sevaya bhagdekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. This is a very milestone verse of the Bhagavad Gita, a very important verse. Krishna says that if you want to understand the truth, you must approach a self-realized spiritual master. You must approach a bona fide spiritual master if you want to understand the truth. And if you approach a bona fide spiritual master in the disciplic succession, then you will be able to understand the truth. So, in every sphere of life, we need a teacher, isn't it? You want to learn driving, you go to a driving school. You want your children to learn how to write alphabets, you send them to a school. You want to learn how to be a telephone operator, you go to a teacher. So similarly, even for developing spiritual knowledge, you must go to a spiritual teacher. You must go to a spiritual teacher who understands that nothing exists independent of Krishna, who understands that all living entities are parts and parcels of Krishna. Just like in our body, you have different parts, hand, legs, ears, and so on. But these are all parts of your body. Similarly, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Matra sparshati kaunteya sitoshna sukha. He says, Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. So, the qualification of a bona fide spiritual master is that he recognizes the entire creation to be a part and parcel of the Lord. Not like, for example, I can be the head of a religious faith, and I say, animals don't have a soul, but human beings have a soul. So friends, you can eat the animals. No, that the self-realized soul must understand that all living entities are part and parcels of the Supreme Lord, and nothing can exist independent of Krishna. So when you understand that nothing can exist independent of Krishna, and the qualities of a saintly personality are described, I think I responded to those qualities in an answer to a question that some of you had asked. Titikshva karunikaha surda sarva dahina majata shatrava santa sadhva sadhu bhushana. This is explained by Lord Kapila Dev, that a perfect sadhu, he must be tolerant, he must be merciful, he must be friendly to everyone, he must do everything based on the scriptures. So Krishna says, even if you are the greatest of sinners, but actually, when you are on this path of transcendental path, you'll be able to cross over the ocean of misery. So actually this mature world is like a vast ocean. And in this vast ocean there are many sharks. Just like if you go to the Arabian Sea, you'll find many sharks and snakes and so many entities, isn't it? So if you would try to swim with your hands, you'll get caught by these different animals. So actually this mature ocean is a very difficult ocean to cross over. It's not easy. Therefore, Krishna says you must take shelter of a bona fide guru in order to understand this spiritual knowledge. So just like a blazing fire turns wood to ashes, isn't it? You may have the best teak wood, but if you light matchstick to it, the teak wood will be burned to ashes. Am I right? So just like a blazing fire turns wood to ashes, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all the reactions of material activities. So the fire of knowledge burns to ashes all the reactions of material activities. So just like this blazing fire turns wood to ashes, with the fire of knowledge you can destroy this. Therefore Krishna says that there is nothing so sublime as transcendental as the spiritual knowledge. And one who understands this knowledge, he is happy within himself. It is not that one who is on the spiritual path, he must be a crorepati and he must have a Mercedes car or a new Maruti car in order to be happy. He is happy within because he is on the right path. He is happy within because he is on the spiritual path. And such a person is able to achieve peace. But what is the position of those? What's the position of those who don't have faith in the scriptures? What is the position of those who don't have faith in the scriptures and who don't live by the scriptures? Krishna says, for the doubting soul, there's no happiness. Krishna says, for the doubting soul, there is no happiness. Now or later, You understand? Like there's so many people who say, oh, I don't believe in the Vedas. The Vedas don't have any relevance today. Who knows that Krishna spoke the Vedas? How do you know there was a soul? Those who undermine the authority of the Vedas. Krishna says, for the doubting soul, there is no happiness. Therefore, Krishna is inducing Arjuna to take another weapon. What is that weapon? Knowledge is the weapon of knowledge. So Krishna says, Arjuna, take this weapon of knowledge, and armed with this weapon of knowledge, stand up and fight. So similarly, as I stated earlier, Krishna is establishing through the Bhagavad Gita how each one of us should mold our lives. You understand? Krishna is explaining how each one of us should mold our lives so that we can live a normal life. We don't have to run to the forest. We don't have to go to the mountain. We can stay in the world, in the city of Bombay, in Churchgate, wherever your house may be. But you are staying without being affected by the material world. Just like there may be a lotus flower. The lotus flower is in water, but the water doesn't touch it, isn't it? Our spiritual master used to give another example. You have the mouth of the cat. Now the mouth of the cat carries the kitten, the baby cat. But the baby kitten, when it is being carried by the kitten feels completely sheltered, isn't it? Completely sheltered. But when the rat sees the cat's mouth, what does it say? Mar gaya. Mar gaya, finished now. So similarly, if you are armed with spiritual knowledge, then you are like the kitten in the mouth of the cat. And if you're armed with ignorance, then you're like the rat that faces the cat. So don't be a rat that faces the cat and gets swallowed by the cat. So don't get swallowed by this material energy. Rather, use the material energy to serve the Lord.